Hello friends, today I'm going to review Lenovo's laptop Z5170. This will be a comprehensive review. So, first of all, let's talk about the price. As you can see, in India, the top model of Lenovo Z5170 sells at around 70k. For that, you get an Core i7 processor, 5500U, and supplies Windows 10. Screen is 15.6 inches, and that's full HD screen. Graphics is AMD Radeon R9 M375, that's 4GB. And the lowest of Z5170 sells at around 55k. In that, you get Core i5 processor, that's 5200U, and it also supplies Windows 10. There is a slight difference of graphics card. You get only 2GB. In the older version, that's Lenovo Z5070, the graphics card was supplied by GeForce, and in the newer model, it's supplied by AMD. In all the three variants, you get 1 year warranty. The laptop which I'm reviewing was supplied with Windows 8.1, and it got a free update to Windows 10. So right now, it's running on Windows 10. Now let me tell you about the configurations of the variant that I'm reviewing. It's a Core i7 5500U processor with 2.4 GHz CPU. If you see the number of cores, it will show 2 cores, and so it's a dual core processor, but it has 4 logical processors. It comes with Windows 10. The screen is 15.6 inches Full HD, that is 180p. It has 8GB of RAM, which is DDR3, running at 1600 MHz. It has 1TB of HDD, which runs at 5400 RPM. It has a 3D camera, 4-cell battery, which is 41 watt-hour battery. Graphics AMD Radeon R9 M375, 4GB. It has a DVD writer. It has 2 JBL stereo speakers rated at 2.5 watt each, which are Dolby DS 1.0 home theater certified. The weight of this laptop is 2.3 kgs, so it's in fact a mobile device, but it doesn't mean that you can carry it around for gaming. So let's talk about the design. The front side of the laptop only has 2 LEDs, out of which one is for power. On the right hand side, as you can see, it has an audio jack, a USB 2.0, a 4-in-1 card reader, and a DVD writer. And there's also a slot for Kingston lock. On the left hand side, you can see there's port for power cable. There's a ventilation gap for the CPU and GPU. There's a VGA port. There is Ethernet connector, HDMI out, and 2 USB 3.0. Alongside 2 USB 3.0, there is a reset button. If you press that reset button, you get into the BIOS. On the back side of the laptop, there's nothing special. Also, you can't remove the battery from this laptop. If you want to remove the battery, you have to open the bottom panel of the laptop. On the top of the laptop is a shiny black with the logo of Lenovo there. And this top panel is a fingerprint magnet. If you have sweaty hands, then this laptop has to bear the brunt of it. The bottom of the laptop has 2 JBL stereo speakers. So what does $1,200 get you for a laptop? It's actually a lot. This machine certainly feels incredible. So first, let's talk about the screen. The screen is matte. It's not a reflective type of screen. It is full HD 180p. The brightness of the screen is too bright. You need to lower down the brightness so that it doesn't strain your eyes. Viewing angles are pretty decent. Color reproduction is more or less normal if you keep at a right angle. The webcam is at its usual spot. The webcam is 1 megapixel. It's pretty decent. It does its job. The website says that this is a 3D camera. I have not tested what the 3D camera means. So overall, the screen is matte. It's not reflective, which I feel is actually good from the functionality point of view. So now let's talk about the keyboard. The keyboard is placed in an aluminum frame, which looks quite stunning. It's nice to touch, and it doesn't leave fingerprints, which is contrast with the top of the laptop, which is a fingerprint magnet. Touchpad feels good, and it's much responsive. However, there's only one piece of plastic for 2 buttons, which need to be pressed at each end, making the usage with one hand somewhat difficult for me. For example, it's difficult mostly in selecting texts or other things in which you need to right click or left click simultaneously. The feel of the clicks is however nice. Also, while playing games, it's better to disable the touchpad as the thumb mostly comes in contact with the touchpad. The keyboard is Acro type of keyboard, which is perfect for typing, and typing long articles was not an issue as the keys are pretty responsive. The keyboard is backlit and the color is neon, but the backlit brightness option is not available. The spacing between the keys is also good, and there are hardly any accidental typos. At the top of the keyboard, there are many shortcut keys. And if you need to press the function keys F1 and F12, you need press function key along with the top keys. I feel this layout is pretty good because I use the shortcut keys more than the function keys, so I don't need to press the function key to access the shortcut key. So what about the speakers of this laptop? The speakers are supplied by JBL, which are Dolby 1.0 DS certified. The speakers are pretty loud. The projection of the speakers is excellent. It's absolutely amazing. They are placed right where they should be. The sound is vivid, crisp. That's exactly what's needed in a good sound experience. I will make you listen to a sample from these speakers. So let's talk about the processing power of this laptop now. The processing power is pretty decent with the Intel Core i7-5500U chip. It's 2.4 GHz, which can be overclocked to 3 GHz. And it also has 8 GB of RAM. The GPU, which is supplied by AMD, is 4 GB, which also gives a good support to the performance of this laptop. Either you are rendering a video or playing a game. Being a laptop, it handles the process well. I have rendered a few videos on this laptop, and to my surprise, the rendering was pretty decent. And about the battery life of this laptop, the backup which I got on this laptop was around 4 hours for normal usage like browsing, writing articles, watching YouTube videos. But here I found something very disturbing about this laptop. Like if you are playing a game or you are rendering a video, if you switch off the AC power, the laptop feels like it's a 5-year-old laptop. So what happens here? If the AC power gets cut off, the AMD GPU gets cut off. It stops to power the laptop, and the laptop runs on the inbuilt Intel GPU at that time, making the high-end processing pretty impossible. So if you're at an airport and you want to play some game and you don't find an AC outlet, better not start the game in front of others. So as we move towards the gaming, you can see on the side there is an intake and exhaust. Is heat an issue? Yes, the laptop gets a bit hot, but I didn't find it as an issue. I can still play the games very well. AMD supports the game pretty well. You get a decent frame rate. I won't say this is a high-end gaming laptop, but as a mobile device and as it is not a gaming laptop, you can play most of the new games at a lower settings, not at the highest settings. Also, the cooling is not an issue, but the fans need to work quite hard in order to keep the temperature down. Now I'll show you how loud the fan gets when we play a game or when we do a high-end processing on this laptop. Listen to it. I have also made a gaming review of this laptop, and if you want to see that, there will be a link in the description down below. So this was the review of Lenovo Z5170. So is it a value for money? I guess for $1,200 or 70k rupees, it's a good value for money. Being a mobile device, it handles everything. You make it go through quite well. Would I recommend you buying Lenovo Z5170? Absolutely yes. Currently, this Lenovo comes with an additional 2-year warranty. If you pay a bit more, that's around $10 more. So this was it. This was the review of Lenovo Z5170. I hope I have changed some minds whether to buy this laptop or not. So if you like this video, please click the like button at the bottom of the video. For more unboxing reviews and tutorials, please subscribe to my channel. Have a good day. Goodbye.